Welcome to the second episode of Winemaking Experiences by Enartis, the podcast dedicated to the world of winemaking. From December 2023, new legislation for wine labeling will come into effect in Europe. This will require the disclosure of nutritional information and the list of ingredients such as potassium, polyaspartate, and gamma-arabic. We will discuss how wines with additives have been produced and consumed for years. We will also analyze the positive effects of their addition from a practical and sustainable point of view.
Welcome to another episode of the Enartis podcast. I'm James Allen, the Napa and Sonoma Technical Sales Representative here in California.
Hi everyone, my name is Carla Villanueva, Technical Marketing Specialist at Enartis based in Italy.
If you're not familiar with Enartis, let me give you a quick rundown. We're a global company in the wine production industry, collaborating with wineries to create high-quality wines enjoyed worldwide. Now, let's share some exciting news for all you wine lovers out there. New legislation from the European Union regarding the labeling of alcoholic beverages, including wine, will come into force in December 2023.
This legislation aims to increase transparency regarding the wine production process, which is great news for us as consumers. Ingredients, nutritional, and energy information, as well as allergenic substance, must be indicated on the label.
This legislation aims to increase transparency in the wine production process, which is great news for us as consumers. The label will indicate ingredients, nutritional and energy information, and allergenic substances. Some of this information, like energy value per 100 milliliters of wine, will be mandatory on the label itself. Other details, such as complete nutritional labels and ingredients lists, can be accessed via a QR code. Allergens will still need to be indicated on the physical label, as they always have been. It's important to understand that these ingredients and additives play a crucial role in enhancing and preserving the overall quality and appearance of the wine. Winemakers use additives to ensure the wine matches their intentions and has no defects or precipitates at the bottom of the bottle. Let's begin with the topic of nutritional declaration, which provides important information about the wine's nutritional and energy values. For the first time ever, it will be necessary to declare the calories, or kilocalories, per 100 grams or 100 milliliters of wine consumed. This could also be called kilojoules or kJ in certain countries.
So the number of kilocalories varies depending on the type of wine, and it's directly correlated to the alcohol content and residual sugar in the final product.
When it comes to additives, consumers are accustomed to finding sulfites listed on the labels.
However, consumers often wonder about their origin. Are they naturally produced or are they added? Actually, both answers are correct.
Sulfites are a natural substance produced by yeast during fermentation, but can also be intentionally added to preserve the wine's quality. In fact, most wines have sulfites.
So, why do winemakers add sulfite?
Well, back in 1880, Mr. Louis Pasteur discovered the incredible antioxidant and antimicrobial effects of sulfites, making them essential for wine preservation from then on. They have been used for over 1,000 years, enabling producers to create high-quality wines that meet consumers' expectations. As consumers, we expect the wine we purchase to closely resemble what the producer achieves in their cellar. I mean, that's the magic of a barrel tasting, right? Or tasting straight from the winery.
So, if the objective is that the wine we consume at home or in a restaurant, for example, reflects exactly the wine made by the winemaker in the winery, how can we preserve and protect this quality?
Winemakers use additives that have been historically used in the wine production process. There are also new strides being made in additives all the time to perfect flavors or to perfect sustainability. These additives can be natural substances already present in the wine or added during the winemaking process, and they must be listed on the label. Some additives, like gum arabic, are traditionally used in the production of various foods we consume daily for their emulsifying and stabilizing properties.
James, can you explain to me more about what Arabic gum is?
It's a natural polysaccharide derived from acacia trees found in the south area of the Sahara Desert. Since 2000, the European Union has authorized its use as an additive in the wine industry. Gum arabic not only acts as a stabilizer, but also enhances the sweetness perception and balance of wine, contributing to the overall sensory profile. That's why it's become such a popular additive for soft drinks and food over the years as well.
I have heard that it also has many benefits from an environmental point of view.
Farming gum arabic also holds an environmental advantage by acting as a natural defense against desertification in sub-Saharan Africa, benefiting a diverse plant and animal variety. By using gum arabic as an additive, winemakers contribute to a more sustainable and ecologically balanced ecosystem in that region.
Are there other additives we should consider?
Another important additive in the winemaking process is yeast-derived manoproteins. So these proteins are naturally present in wine already. They come from the lees or the sediment during the fermentation process and aging process. But winemakers can also add them to enhance the wine structure, stability, and mouthfeel from various additives or various stages of production. It also improves the wine's texture and increases its resistance to oxidation. This allows them to create well-balanced and harmonious wines that appeal to a wide range of consumers. Okay, now let's dive into an interesting new solution for sustainability in wineries.
Now, we are going to discuss what potassium polyaspartate is.
Potassium polyaspartate, or KPA, is an additive that's simply a salt derived from L-aspartic acid. It's an amino acid naturally found in grapes. It prevents the formation and growth of potassium bitartrate crystals, ensuring stability in wine over time, even under suboptimal storage conditions, like crazy heat or crazy cold, throwing the wine in a fridge for a long time, or letting it get warm in a shop. The presence of precipitates, like crystals or discoloration in wine, does not necessarily indicate a faulty or inferior product. These are natural occurrences that can happen even in well-made wines in good conditions. However, winemakers strive to minimize these visual imperfections to ensure customer satisfaction. It can be pretty confusing when you pick up a bottle of wine and there's some stuff floating around in it.
Don't forget, it takes 1 kilo of grapes to make 1 bottle of wine, and that behind every glass of wine is the passion and hard work of the winemaker. For this reason, it's essential to offer consumers products of excellent quality.
To address this, winemakers utilize additives like KPA, which helps prevent the formation of these crystals and maintains the wine's visual appeal. By using KPA, winemakers can provide a more visually appealing and stable product, allowing consumers to enjoy their wines without concerns about sediment or color inconsistencies.
To further explore and understand how to make real progress towards sustainability, the European Union funded a project called Stable Wine in 2012. It combined the talents and efforts of many universities, companies, and research centers in the world of wine. All had a vested interest in finding a better solution to cold stability. You might wonder why we should look for more sustainable alternatives to achieve tartaric stabilization of wine. Well, cold stabilization involves a simple action: turn on a refrigerator. As the wine cools during the stabilization phase, potassium bitartrate crystals precipitate. This process leads to high energy consumption, not to mention the loss of quality.
Sustainability is a very important aspect. It's an increasingly common term that can lose its true meaning. However, when we really think about it, it's one of the most important considerations we can think about in winemaking. What exactly is sustainability? It entails meeting present needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It also involves striking a balance between economic growth, environmental protection, and social well-being. The European Stabby Wine Project has revealed some interesting insights into the wine stabilization process. Each winery consumes and pays for electricity and potable water during this process. Additionally, wastewater is generated, containing wine, acids, and other residues, which must be treated before being discharged into the environment. Treating this wastewater requires additional energy and contributes to the wine's carbon footprint. Theoretically, if all European wineries adopted potassium polyaspartate for potassium bitartrate stabilization, CO2 emissions during the pre-bottling phase would be reduced by an impressive 95.5% annually. Similarly, the water footprint would decrease by over 97% each year, resulting in savings of 93% of potable water. All these sustainability benefits can be achieved without imposing an economic burden on the producers. In fact, they would experience significant cost savings.
So, by prioritizing sustainability in winemaking practice, we not only ensuring the enjoyment of high-quality wines, but also contribute to a healthier environment for future generations.
So, we're not just talking about sustainability in a generic sense, we're talking about specific data. Final conclusions of the Stabby Wine project officially validate the advantages of using KPA for wineries. According to the final report summary of the European Stabby Wine project, it's available online. It's called The Use of Biopolymers for Sustainable Stabilization of Quality Wines. Quite a mouthful. The following main conclusions can be drawn. 1. KPAs derived from natural and renewable raw materials. 2. It represents the pinnacle of current stabilization techniques to inhibit the formation of potassium bitartrate crystals. 3. It's 100% biodegradable and poses no danger to cellar operators. And 4. Most importantly, it's considered a harmless substance for the health of any consumer. In the end, the question we should all ask ourselves, and that we should ask every consumer, is which option is more sustainable? A wine treated with aggressive chilling and tartaric crystal seeding, or a wine containing KPA with a requirement to list it as an ingredient on the label? The answer is simple and clear. Cold-treated wine consumes energy and water, generates waste, and alters the wine's characteristics. On the other hand, wine stabilized with KPA avoids these issues and preserves the original qualities envisioned by the winemaker. So, when you come across a wine labeled as natural or additive-free, it's important to consider whether they have truly prioritized sustainability and terroir. Have they taken all possible steps to minimize their impact on the environment? Another question arises: are natural wines also sustainable? In conclusion, the use of additives in winemaking is a common and necessary practice that aims to ensure the quality, stability, and sensory characteristics of the final product. The new labeling regulations from the European Union will provide customers with greater transparency regarding the ingredients and nutritional information of the wines they enjoy. As consumers, it's essential to understand that these additives are carefully selected and used by winemakers to craft wines that meet their intended style and quality standards. They contribute to the overall enjoyment of the wine by enhancing its flavors, aromas, stability, and visual appeal. So, next time you uncork a bottle of wine, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship and artistry involved in its creation, knowing that winemakers are dedicated to delivering exceptional experiences to wine lovers like you. Thank you all for joining us today. It was nice to share these insights with you, and we hope that they can be useful for all of you. Thanks for joining. Until next time.
Thanks everyone. See you in the next episode.
Cheers.